if you want to travel somewhere.
Yeah.
If you can't, of course, drive your own car, you'd rather travel by plane. And let me ask you a question. Have you ever witnessed people or passengers who lose their control during the flight and I don't know, some misbehavior or something like this? Have you ever witnessed during the flight?
Yeah, I have. I have. I used. I have a travel by plane, and sometimes I met some people who who met struggle when they when they are during flight.
Yeah. And what's the problem? Why do you think people behave this way?
Yeah, because some people I think they feel um I mean in the um present high air
Yeah,
present, let's say in a high altitude
yeah,
latitude. So yeah,
yeah,
so I think
uh,
may got difficult. Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
another in a long flight, some people they jet lag. Was
yeah,
jet lag? Yeah,
yeah, of course. It's something like, but actually, some people think that it's something related to maybe airlines, maybe the
yeah,
quality of flight, cabin crew, plane. So today we're going to talk about it. That's actually, I think that's really interesting topic to talk. So let me share my screen so
yeah.
that we can, yeah. Okay. Well, this one. Okay. Wow. So, okay. A rage or road rage. So first of all, let's discuss. Yeah, just let me check if we started this one because I'm not sure about it. Did you listen to this audio track last session or no? Because I'm not sure about it. So let me ask you. I remember that we
Yeah.
started this part. I remember that we started part A. So
Yes.
I think we're gonna start. So first of all, we're gonna start from
Mm,
part B. Yeah.
and yeah, but I don't. I think
Just
we start
let me check something. Just wait a
yeah.
minute. So I
You
can.
do you remember the
I'm checking the
No,
video.
yeah,
I was
No,
sent
no,
yeah,
we
and then
didn't. No, we didn't. I'm checking the video. No, we didn't. So just so we know, we
yeah,
started this part. Yeah, part A. So let's get started because that's really interesting. Just let me talk about a
yeah,
rage. That is
yeah,
this misbehavior. So when a passenger behaves excessively nervous and
yeah,
maybe uh, they lose their control during a flight due some reasons. So that is air rage. Of course, we have road rage about drivers. So rage can be in, for example, on the street, on the road, or maybe on the plane. So yeah, we will move on this topic now. First of all, let's get started with this audio track. Let's finish this part and then we will keep going.
yeah,
Okay, well, we're going to complete this part, of course, using American English phrases. So
yeah,
let's get started. Okay. My last overseas business trip was a nightmare from start to finish. First of all, there was a delay on the way to the airport as there was an accident on the freeway. When I got there, I found the lower level of the airport. Wow.
savage, savage. Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
No, I'm not sure. So just we need to change this part using American phrases. So let's see what. Just guess, because we will listen. Just guess. Maybe what was flooded full of water or flooded. So
Yeah, but where do I find the
here,
yeah,
here,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
here. So it can be anything, but you know, maybe what can be, you know, because this is about the lower level, maybe,
Economic class, economic
maybe
class.
no, this is airport, not plane. So let's
Oh,
listen. Okay, let's listen. It's not bad. Maybe it's difficult to guess. So
yeah.
let's listen. Okay, why not? Wow. Okay. And number 22. Okay.
Recording 2.2.
My last overseas business trip was a nightmare from start to finish. First of all, there was a delay on the way to the airport, as there was an accident on the freeway. When I got there, the lower level of the airport parking lot was flooded. Next, my carry-on baggage was too big and heavy, so I had to check it in. When we arrived, the subway was closed and there were no cabs at all. After a long time trying to read the schedule and waiting for 40 minutes, we finally got a bus downtown and found the hotel, but the elevator wasn't working and our rooms were on the 5th floor.
Yeah, I think I need
Check your
listen
work.
again. Yeah,
Again, of course, of
yeah.
course.
Recording 2.2.
My last overseas business trip was a nightmare from start to finish. First of all, there was a delay on the way to the
Can you
airport,
slide
as
down?
there was an accident on the freeway.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get.
Can you
Did,
slide down because I didn't see
of
the.
course,
Yeah,
scroll down because I thought you want to see the words. Okay, yeah, of course.
yeah.
So let's get started.
When I got there, the lower level of the airport parking lot, as there was an accident on the freeway. When I got there, the lower level of the airport parking lot was flooded. Next, my carry-on baggage was too big and heavy, so I had to check it in. When we arrived, the subway was closed and there were no cabs at all. After a long time trying to read the schedule and waiting for 40 minutes, we finally got a bus downtown and found the hotel, but the elevator wasn't working and our rooms were on the 5th floor.
Well, so the second one,
The second one is parking lot.
very good, parking lot. The third one,
Mm, yeah, I only
you're right because you want to say something that you know, and that's correct because you said K.
yeah,
Yeah, of course. So
schedule.
carry
Carry
on
on baggage.
baggage.
Yeah,
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 carry on baggage. Yeah,
yeah, yes.
yeah, carry on baggage. And the next one,
Subway.
subway. Very good. And the next one, when we arrive, okay, subway will close. And the next one,
Uh,
number 5, read
by
that
schedule.
schedule, of course.
Yeah.
And we finally got a bus.
Yeah, I didn't
Got a
listen.
bus.
Yeah,
Okay, so you listened, but you didn't hear because they're
yeah,
different.
yeah,
Yeah, you didn't hear. Yeah, so
yeah, yeah.
downtown. Downtown.
Uh,
So
down.
downtown. Yeah, of course. got a bus downtown and found the hotel, but wasn't working. What wasn't working?
Yeah. I can hear, but
But you can guess. You can guess because, when you need to go upstairs, it's something like when there is no, it is so
yeah,
hard. When there is no
yeah, elevator. Yeah,
elevator, of course, I think the worst thing about, I don't know, staying at a hotel is that when there is no elevator, or the elevator has a problem and you need to go upstairs to reach your room, especially at 6th or 7th floor. It's really hard. Well, okay. And now we have another, actually, maybe interview, another audio track. So we're going to listen to the first part of the interview and choose the 3 priorities, the most important. Okay, she mentions from the list below. So first of all, let's check the list. Okay, good organization, balancing cost with comfort, easy booking, being patient, regular transport, and airline food. So let's listen and decide whether they're right or they're mentioned or no. So 2, 3.
Recording 2.3.
What are the main priorities for business travellers today?
The first thing I'd say is the need for good organisation, for someone to organise everything for you. Your air tickets, of course, transport to and from the airport, accommodation. It's really important to have that support. And the second thing I'd say relates to the airline that you choose or the cost of the flights. I think it's important to balance cost concerns with the need for comfort for the business traveller. So on a short haul flight into Europe, perhaps cost is the main factor, looking for a cheap ticket. Whereas travelling to a different continent, it's important to look more at the comfort factor, plenty of space and sleep, the ability to sleep on the flight. So cost comfort's important. And then thirdly, I think for the business traveller, it's a big advantage if you can be very patient because there are often delays. And also, it's important to be able to work in the airport. It is sort of an extension of your office when you're travelling a lot. So if you're in a business lounge, that's okay. But it's also important to be able to work in an economy class general airport, I think. So it helps to be very patient.
With new communications technology, do business people need to travel so much?
Yes, I think they probably do. Particularly, I think it's particularly important to establish good face-to-face relations with colleagues or with customers. Perhaps after the first meeting, you can continue your relationship by telephone and by internet. But I think, yes, from a PR perspective and contact with customers, I think business travel will continue to be as important as it is now.
Okay, so from the beginning, okay, so
good organization.
yeah, good organization. Just there is a point here. Yeah, you're right. Because British say organization, we say organization, but it's your choice. So if you want to say British or American, so totally your choice. Just I want to say that both are correct. So organization, British, organization, American. So both are correct, but not the difference in pronunciation. Okay, the second one.
Balancing cost with comfort.
Of course. And the last one?
Being patient.
Of course, being patient. Yeah, of course, it's really important. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's really difficult, especially when your flight is, really delayed and you can't, stand anymore. Okay. Well, and now we're gonna just let me ask you this question. Why does Stephanie think it's still important for business people to travel regularly? Why? Because of what? Do you
Yeah.
remember a relation, a kind of relation? So it's better to travel to see people, to
Yeah.
establish
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. I think she mentioned that the travel by plane is um popular now because is uh, quick and yeah, so
Yeah.
reduce time.
Yeah, of course. But according to, just tell me if you agree. According to Stephanie, in the future, it's important for business people to travel regularly in order to actually make and establish good face-to-face relation, with colleagues or customers. So because of this, it's really important to travel regularly so that they can
Uh,
see, they can meet each other, and they can establish good face-to-face
mm,
relations. Agree?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
correct.
I remember I have here about the meeting face to face with customer
Of
uh,
course.
better
Yeah.
than by phone.
Of course, and because of this, it's important. Yeah, and now
Yeah.
we're gonna listen to the second part of the interview and listen the best and the worst travel experiences that Stephanie describes. Okay, the best and the worst. So let's listen to the second part.
Recording 2.4.
What are the best travel experiences you've had?
Oh, lots. It's particularly good when you get a great hotel with beautiful towels and beautiful bathrooms and nice soft bed, and good sports facilities, things like that. That's always a luxury. And the Virgin Lounge, I think that's a good experience with all the high tech things. I like that.
What are the worst?
Um, Probably related to bad accommodation, but probably more, I think, to do with those things out of your control. Just to choose one example, it would be a flight back from the US, which was delayed and delayed and delayed and finally cancelled. And we all slept on the floor of the airport with no information, and it was very hard on the floor.
Yeah, of course, I do agree. Well, so the best.
Uh, the best is beautiful town hotel and
Yeah,
with a luxury style.
very good. So great hotel
Yeah,
facilities. Also,
yeah,
including towels. Yeah, of course, very good bathroom. And the second good point or good experience.
yeah. I didn't hear.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
couldn't hear. So no matter, we'll listen again. So about maybe a type of lounge. Did you hear anything? The Virgin Lounge with good technology.
yeah,
Do you remember? So
yeah.
high tech things. Yeah. So
Mm.
especially, so yeah. Well, now let me ask you about the worst, and after that we will listen to the second part because I want to talk about something.
Mm.
The worst
Uh, I,
experience?
I think the worst experience is delay and cancel of the airport.
Yeah, of course, delay, of course, very good. And now just let's listen to this again at this part.
That's a good experience with all the high-tech things. I like that. These things like that's always a luxury. And the Virgin Lounge, I think that's a good experience with all the high-tech things. I like that.
What are the worst?
Probably related to bad accommodation, but probably more, I
So
think, to do.
it was about high-tech things. Okay, when
Yeah,
traveling, so high, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But I think I don't know that word. Can you
Yeah,
take me
of,
in chat box?
of
Yeah.
Of course, so you didn't get the meaning of Virgin Lounge, okay? It's a lounge, lounge, you know that it's something like Virgin Australia. So it's a name, okay?
Mm.
So Virgin Australia Lounge means domestic lounges, okay? This is Virgin, for example, we have Wellington, New Zealand, okay? So Virgin Australia, so different places. So it was a good experience with this, okay,
Mm.
and with high tech things, so everything, sophisticated technology, so it was really perfect, everything, and using high tech things was really good experience for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, something like network, or for example, or different things, so it was an example. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and now, so let's keep going. I want to ask you about your best and the worst experience when traveling somewhere. Now, do you remember?
Yeah. But I didn't hear clearly from you. I
Let me
mean I
say again.
mean yeah. I mean some noise from
Ah,
from you. Yeah. I think
can
I
you
think
can you hear me now? Can you hear me
yeah
now?
I can. Yeah, I can.
Okay,
It clear.
very good. So let me ask you my question. What is your best and the worst experience when traveling by plane? Do you have any good and bad experience, especially the worst one?
Yeah. I think uh, delay of fly is always is a bad experience because
Yeah,
yeah no one want to delay and want to stay the airport for waiting for flights. So I think it is a bad
yeah,
experience.
of
Yeah,
course, of
yeah,
course.
yeah, and I think the good experience when I travel by flight by plane. I think I can check in online when I stay at home before the flight about the 5 hours.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I think check in very quickly and automation, and I
Yeah,
can walk through and scan and check in very quickly, and I think sometime when I fly in
yeah,
domestic that means
yeah,
I can fly from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh. It's
yeah,
very
domestic flights, of course.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, of course. Well, and I think the worst thing about flight, one of after delay, because delay is something different, but during the flight, food, because I have a bad experience about food, and I remember that was actually, really, really awful, I can say.
Yeah.
And I couldn't eat, and it was a long time. So it actually, for some hours, I had to stay on
Yeah.
flight. It was really difficult to eat that food. and I didn't have anything, of course, to eat. So that was really bad experience. So I think the first reason that maybe passengers become angry is because of food, because they don't find anything to eat, and the quality of food and the taste was awful. I don't know why, but it was really bad experience.
Yeah.
Well, and now the last part. So listen to what Stephanie says about future business travel and complete her prediction. So first of all, let's check the text together. Perhaps, particularly in the area of what? I think hotels, just we need to guess. For example, particularly in the area of, after of, we normally need a noun. So we will expect for listening a noun here. I think hotels we need to improve what? So again, another noun. So if we need verb, if we need noun, maybe adjective, there are some very good hotels already, but I think more hotels will provide for something for people, perhaps some examples. So we need some nouns, okay? Now let's listen and try to complete.
Recording 2.5.
What further developments do you see in business travel?
Perhaps particularly in the area of accommodation. I think hotels will need to improve their standards in general. There are some very good hotels already, but I think more hotels will provide facilities for business people, perhaps some specific facilities for business women.
So
Yeah.
it
It's
was
so
it
quick
was
and
fast
yeah,
and the accent. Yeah, I
yeah.
know.
I only can hear the first words.
Yeah, of course, of course. No, it's not because of maybe actually the speed. It's
Yeah.
something related to the accent. I think because of this, you can get what she says. So let's listen it.
Recording 2.5.
What further developments do you see in business travel?
Perhaps particularly in the area of accommodation.
The area of,
Accommodation.
yeah,
Accommodation.
accommodation. Yeah, accommodation. Accommodation, housing, accommodation. Okay.
Yeah.
think hotels will need to improve their standards in general.
Improve what?
Sta- Standard.
There. Yeah,
Yes.
standards
Standard.
in general.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, of course.
There are some very good hotels already, but I think more hotels will provide facilities for business people.
Provide what?
Uh, Facility. Yeah.
There's facilities, of course. And
Perhaps some specific facilities for business women.
some
Uh, Pacific. Specific. Yeah.
specific, yeah. Specific, special
Business with.
facilities for, yeah, business women. Yeah, for, okay. It was really good. Okay, and now, so let's move on. This part reading section, so that's interesting one. Well, let's
Yeah.
go. We talked about our experiences when traveling by plane or by air or by plane. So you can say both of them, but by plane is better. So British American, and so some people get angry during the flight, and sometimes it's normal. Sometimes it's really irritating knowing for the other passengers who are on board. So now we're going to talk why. What is the reason? Who blames for it? Well, so let's read the text, and after that we will talk about it because there are some words that we need to discuss, and after that we will answer a few questions. Well, road ragers in the sky. So in the sky there are air ragers. Airlines and the long-suffering customers are reporting the steep climb in air rage incidents. Some incidents are apparently caused by problems which are familiar to many regular travelers. One case reported from America stemmed from an interminable delay in takeoff. So, first of all, let's talk about the first one. So, the first phrasal verb stem from something in English means to start or to develop as a result of something. So here something, maybe something starts, maybe people become angry as a result of something. As a result of what? Interminable. So very long. When something is interminable, it means, it seems there is no end for it, just delay and delay, so too long. So do you need me to write the words on the board? If you need, I can write them on the board or just explain.
Yeah, but I feel hard to follow because your screen uh, you you read you yeah your screen to lost so I can see it at all.
Ah, so can you see now? Can you see it now?
Yeah, but
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit hard to follow because
Ah,
some words I can I couldn't I couldn't
oh.
read when
So
you yeah
let me explain again. So just whenever you think that you can't hear clearly, just note me, and then I can repeat again. So it's
yeah
about. So let's start from the beginning. Okay.
yeah
Airlines and their long-suffering customers are reporting a steep climb increase in air rage incidents events. Some
mhm,
incidents are apparently caused by problems which are familiar to many regular travelers. So if you are a regular traveler who travels a lot, of course you know these problems. One case, one example reported from America stemmed from an inter. So stem from something means to start as a
mm,
result of something. So a problem stemmed from an interminable. Interminable means too long, without any end. So
mm,
interminable delay in takeoff. When
mm,
passengers were cooped up in their aircraft on the tarmac for 4 hours without food, drink, or information. So, coop up. So, what is the meaning of this word? So, coop up means this is a phrasal verb to keep people, okay, inside a place, small, normally small place or place for a long period of time. So they had to wait for a long time in building or small place, okay, without food, without information, mass unrest, the group of people, and the meaning of unrest when you don't feel happy, you feel angry, dissatisfaction about you are not satisfied with the situation, with the condition. So you are not happy, you are angry. So people, a group of people, unrest is less common than individual. So normally people in group become angry more than individual. So if you are alone,
mm,
you normally don't say anything. Just keep quiet and wait. But when you are in a group, you talk together. So it's something to each other, and of course, mass unrest.
mm,
Dissatisfaction is less common than individual. So, as in the case of the convict who recently went crazy on a flight, so someone attacked the crew and tried to
mm,
open a door in mid-flight. So why? The psychology of air rage is a new area of study, and there are almost as many explanations as examples. Most analysts of the phenomenon blame alcohol. So the first reason, blame, of course, is guilty. So blame for something. When something wrong is happened, when someone blame, it means they're responsible. Okay, when something bad happening. So blame alcohol, but many people now think that the airlines are at fault. So why? To reduce costs. They are cramming ever more passengers into their aircraft while reducing cabin crew, training, and quality of service. So the first one, cram, the first word that you need to know, it means to fill, by force. So lots of passengers and, of course, not enough cabin crew because they don't want to pay. So they fill people more than it can easily hold. And, of course, less cabin crew because they don't want to pay money. Okay, and training quality of service, all of which increase passenger frustration. So of course they're tired, they're bored, frustrated. In addition, there is increasing concern in the US about cost-cutting exercise which could seriously harm passengers' health. And what is that? Cabin ventilation. So this is really important. Another thing that may be worrying. So, and as you know that this ventilation is related to air conditioning. So movement of fresh air, so air conditioning. So how? Let's see how. Modern aircraft are equipped with sophisticated air conditioning devices. So they have very good modern and actually air conditioning devices, but running them at optimum capacity burns up valuable aviation fuel. So they need to burn more fuel. Okay, so let's do something. Many airlines routinely instruct their flight crews to run the system on minimum setting. So, of course, it's not enough, air movement, enough fresh air. So, of course, people can't breathe. Campaigners for improved air quality claim that this can lead to irritability and disorientation. Okay, so of course, it's something like irritability. Of course, it's something like the emotional process, like annoyance. So it annoys people, really annoying. In the US, soaring, increasing number of passengers complaints across a wide range of issues is reflected in a number of new internet sites. That's really good. So they can criticize if they have any complaints, so they can actually state their complaints through some websites, so which criticize the airlines. So there are some, especially in the US, there are some websites that they criticize, find faults in the airlines and demand better device. They ask for better actually service. One of the sites is demanding an air passengers bill of rights, the name of site. Cabin and flight crews who are in the front line of the battle against disruptive and dangerous in-flight behavior. So of course, there is some misbehavior that have called for, they want suffer penalties against the offender. So what is suffer penalty? This is something like a punishment. Okay, when someone, of course, is something like make people suffer from something. So, of course, you fight, you become angry, and you show some maybe misbehaviors, you act in a wrong way. So, of course, they need to pay money. It's something like paying money normally. For the offenders, okay, the next word, offender, somehow criminal, but not only criminal, someone who breaks the law, of course, on the flight. So Management have also called for legislation. Okay, what is the meaning of legislation? To apply some rules. Apply, so prepare some rules about it. Legislation, while denying that its cost-cutting practices have contributed to the problem, of course, it causes the problem. They don't want to pay money for best quality. But there are some signs in the US at least that the airlines are at last attempting to respond to customer dissatisfaction. So they're trying their best. Some major lines have announced concession to the most frequent complaint of all and are removing seats to make more room for their customers. So that's okay. Okay, let's remove some seats so that we have limited people. Okay, less people, not too many. And so I think they are addressing people's concern. And concession means that is a noun when it means something that is allowed, okay, or given up. So they give this, okay? They are doing this, they're preparing, okay? So this is about this text. Well, just I will do something for you. Now I explain because I didn't want to take your time. After class, I will write these words and the meaning of them in chat box so that you can have them and whenever you want, you can study if you forget. Well, do you have any questions about this part, something like words or something that you want to ask me?
Yeah, I have some words, some new words, but I think I can understand more of them, more of the reading.
Yeah, of course. Just there is something. Say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I think we need to move to the finish the answer.
Of course,
And I will do to check the work.
Of course. So let's answer a few questions, and then, as I told you, I explained all the words that I found difficult. Just I left this one. Disorientation. Disorientation means confusion. When someone gets confused.
Yeah, I know that was.
Yeah, of course, confusion. So okay,
because I know what orientation. So I think this orientation is opposite with the original words.
Yeah, very good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, very good. So you know it because you didn't ask. So because of this, you didn't ask. I try to explain any word that I could find in the text. And of course, I will write the meaning of them. So no worries. Now you know the text. Okay, maybe the main idea of the article. So let's. True or false? People in group are more likely to behave badly on planes. So let's find it. People in group, mass unrest is less common than individual. So is it true or false?
True.
So just this is less. It's something like mass unrest is less, but here says more likely. People in group are more likely to behave badly on planes. But text says, mass unrest is less common than individual. Yeah, okay. Drink is often the cause of the problems on the board. So what do you think?
True.
Of course, true. Yeah, of course, drink. Yeah. And airlines can do little to improve air quality.
True.
Actually, it's false. Yeah, they can. Maybe the question has a problem because of this. You can't find true or false. Yeah, of course they can, but they don't. They don't
because I know that. I know that the airports they have cut by setting low some feature of system. So
Yeah.
That's so due to um, air quality in the plane not good.
Yeah, of course. Actually, yeah, we have in the text, according to the text, as you said, they set, they instruct their cabin crew to set air conditioning to the lower level. So they don't want to improve air quality. Of course, it's something like when you set the system on minimum setting, of course, people can't get fresh air. So this is wrong. This is false. Okay. Travelers are using new technology to express dissatisfaction. New technology like internet. Here,
True.
of course, true. And
Yeah.
airlines have taken no action to address travelers' concern. They're taking action, I think, especially in the US. So, to concern means to respond. So, true or false? Let's read the question again.
True.
Airlines have taken no action.
They have take action. Yeah.
Of course, they have taken action. They're trying to do something to address, to respond travelers. Just let me say something about this type of questions in reading. Of course, it's something that we normally explain in IELTS test, but it's not bad to know. Actually, you have some questions from the text, okay? But not exactly, the words are not matched. The words in questions and in the text, original text, they are not matched. What it means? It means you have definition of something in question. For example, we don't have a word people in group, this phrase in the text, but we have mass unrest. And we need to guess, mass unrest means people in groups, so we know. So this is the form, this type of questions are really normal, typical, especially in reading comprehension, because you need to understand. Comprehension means, to understand. You need to comprehend the text, to understand and then answer. Okay, drink. We don't have the word drink in the text. We have alcohol, but alcohol is drink. Okay, and so we have new technology. We don't have this phrase, but we have website, internet. So of course, this is new technology. So it's something like you need to get, comprehend, and then answer the questions. Well, which of the following reasons are given for air rage in the article? Okay, let's see which ones are mentioned. Number 1, poor service mentioned.
Yes.
Yes, of course, right. Number 2, delay.
Yes.
Yeah, interminable delay. We even have an example. Poor quality of food.
No mention.
Yeah, of course. Too many passengers, cooped up people on a plane is something like cramming.
No mention.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Cramming people. Let me show you here. Okay, so if I can find it. So, here. To cut costs, they're cramming ever more passengers. It means to fill more passengers ever more into their aircraft. Yeah, of course, cramming. So means too
Yeah,
many.
yeah.
Yeah, so yes. Not feeling safe.
Yeah, I think yes.
Safe? No, there was nothing about safety, I think. Nothing about safety. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, of course. People drinking alcohol.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah, poor air quality.
Yes.
Definitely, yes. Noisy passengers.
No mention.
Yeah, of course. Not being able to smoke.
No mention.
And not enough cabin crew to reduce.
Yes.
Of course. So, okay. And now, which of the following words from the article have a negative? Now we can discuss the meaning of them again. Okay, well, from the beginning, so rage, negative or so what? So you know the meaning of them, and now rage is negative, violent, anger,
Eruptive.
rage. Negative, of course, rage means violent, rage means anger, so of course. And concern,
Negative.
so it's negative, you think?
Yeah. I think sometimes it's similar with worry.
So worry, yeah, of course, it's something like, yeah, worry, but not definitely negative. How about sometimes, yeah, but but concern, something that you worry about, so it's not negative. But actually, in the text, sometimes, but in the text, no, because maybe they need to address people's concerns when they're worried about something. Okay, irritability, annoyance, when you're annoyed, irritated, the state of being irritated, being annoyed.
I think yeah, it is negative.
Of course. And the next one, disruptive. Disruptive.
Yes. Negative.
Yeah, of course, causing trouble, of course. Misbehavior.
Negative.
Yeah, harm.
Negative.
Disorientation.
I'm not sure, but I think
Yeah,
it's
of course. It's something like, yeah, of course, can be negative, but it's something because it's kind of confusion. So it can be negative, but in the text, maybe we have more words. So that can be negative, dangerous.
Negative.
Quality.
No.
Optimum. Maximum.
Optimum. I think no. No negative.
No, of course, it's positive. Of course, it's positive. And complaints.
Negative.
Of course. Dissatisfaction.
Negative.
Of course. Frustration. Frustration. The state of getting bored. Yeah, getting bored, disappointed, bored, tired.
Negative.
Of course, valuable.
No negative.
Of course, it's positive, very good. And criticize, find faults.
Negative.
Of course, somehow it's negative. Okay, so, okay, this is about this word. So the thing that we need to do, just I will send you the words and phrases with the meaning, and then you can check them again. And if you have any questions, you will ask me. Okay, so let's skip this word for the next session. Do you have any questions and issues related to this word?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you so much and have a great time.
Yeah, thank you and see you on the
You're
next
welcome.
time.
Of course, bye-bye.
Bye.